Hello, EcoRangers. My name is Susan, and I'm an outdoor educator at Shangri Gardens. Well, this week, EcoRangers, we're going to be talking about garden helpers. And we're going to be studying about bees, butterflies, ladybugs, and also us as garden helpers. Yes, well today, as you can tell, I'm dressed as a bee. So our garden helper today is our nice little honeybee. As you can tell, a honeybee has 3 body parts. It has a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. It also has 2 antennas and 6 legs, 3 on one side and 3 on the other. And I have a song to help you remember that. Are you ready? You may sing along with me. It goes, head, thorax, abdomen, abdomen. Head, thorax, abdomen, abdomen, 6 legs and antennas too. Head, thorax, abdomen, abdomen. EcoRangers, you're asking yourself, well, how is a bee a garden helper? Because all of us kind of know that honeybees sting, and we don't think of them as a helper, but they really are. Bees, they love, and you probably know this, they love to get inside a pretty flower because inside that flower is this sweet juice called nectar. And the bee takes that nectar back to the hive, and other bees help it make that into honey, which is their good food. But when they get inside the flower to get the nectar, sometimes they knock against this yellow stuff. Oh my, that's called pollen. Well, that pollen, when they knock against the pollen, it wakes the flower up and it tells the plant to make a fruit. Sometimes it's a fruit down here, or it might be an apple tree or a banana makes a fruit. And inside that fruit are seeds. And seeds make new plants, which that's what plants and a gardener wants. They want new plants. So that's how our bee is a garden helper. Have you ever smelled a flower and gotten that yellow pollen on your nose? You're a garden helper too, because you're spreading pollen. EcoRangers, if you notice, you have a costume. You have a little yellow cape and some antenna in your basket. If you'd like to wear it today during our lesson, you're perfectly welcome to. Also, you will see a little story in your basket. And you can pull it out and read along with me, or you can just read it later with your adult. The name of our story is A Bee's Life. And there's our cute little honeybee. Honeybee, honeybee, where are you? I am busy at the flowers blue. Honeybee, honeybee, can you fly? Yes, watch me as I whiz right by. Honeybee, honeybee, can you drink? Yes, I sip and sip where the flowers are pink. Honeybee, honeybee, do you roam? Yes, and I come to a hive, my home. Honeybee, honeybee, do you eat? Yes, sweet honey is a treat. The end. EcoRangers, remember what we talked about, how bees are good garden helpers because they are looking for sweet nectar to make into honey. And also when they get inside the flower, they spread around that pollen. And then, look at my outfit. Did you know that bees have little hairs all over their bodies, especially their legs? And when they fly from flower to flower and stir up that pollen, well, they kind of collect it in little bags on their legs and carry it around. And remember, it wakes up the flowers to tell them to make fruit, to tell them to make seeds. Well, this next activity, we're going to be a little bee, and we're going to carry pollen from flower to flower. And when you get through, you may have a pretty flower to look at. Here are your materials. They're all in your basket. You have 5 flower pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 flower pictures. You also have some cotton balls, and you can get some water, maybe a little container just to put water in. Then you have some colors of paint. And remember, paint goes only on the paper, not on anything else. because we're going to create something pretty when we get through as bees flying around spreading pollen. Now, what we're going to do is dip the cotton ball in water, and we're going to dip it in the paint, and then as we fly from flower to flower, we're going to just touch it. Look, it leaves some color. Excellent. All right, EcoRangers, I'm going to show you how to set this up outside. I'm going to put some rocks on mine so that my pictures don't blow away. So, watch me. Woo, I'm a bee. Here we go. I have so many pretty flowers. All right, there we go. Now, we're going to get our cotton ball. Remember, as a bee, I don't mean to move pollen, but I do. We're going to dip the cotton ball in water. And remember, I just have 2 colors to show you today, but you have 5. So you get to do it as many times as you want to. Ready? I'm going to dip it in the water, dip it in the paint. Here I go, I'm a bee. I'm searching for nectar. Oh, that nectar is so good. Oh, it's so yummy. Oh, but I spread some pollen. Oh, here's another flower. Oh, I got some nectar. It's so wonderful and yummy. Oh, here's another flower that has nectar on it. Excellent. Here's another. Look, and look how much pollen I have spread. And I collected it in my bag. Now I can go back and dip my same cotton ball in another color. Here I go. I've got to get plenty of nectar to make into yummy honey. Oh, look at all my pretty colors. And see, you can do this as many times as you want to and fly from flower to flower. And when you get through, you will have a beautiful picture, hopefully with lots of different colored pollen on it. Now you have an art page. EcoRangers, I want to tell you a little bit about a special word called pheromones. Can you say that word with me? Pheromones. That sounds very scientific, but all it is that there's a queen bee inside every hive. Hence, that's why I'm wearing a crown today. I'm pretending to be a queen bee. And the job of the queen bee is to lay eggs to make other bees. Also, she has a special job too, that she spreads a beautiful smell, perfume, all over the hive. And that perfume is called pheromones. Again, let's say that word. Ready? Pheromones. And it's just a scent to where all the bees smell the same. So, when I go out collecting nectar to make into honey, oh, I come back to the hive, and all those bees in the hive, they smell me. They give me a little sniff. And if I smell like them, they say, come on in, let's make some honey out of that nectar. But if I smell different, they'll say, goodbye, you don't belong to our hive, go to your hive. So that's why bees have pheromones. We talked about the queen bee spreading that special scent all over the hive called pheromones. And so now we're going to do a little activity where you get to sniff, just like you're sniffing the bees that have been out collecting nectar to make honey. And so you're going to give a little sniff to each of these scents to see if you can match 2. You're going to match them up in pairs. Find the 2 that smell just the same. So step 1 is you have some little baggies and you undo the paper clip very carefully and you lay out your baggies. It doesn't matter what order. Just lay them out on a table or on the floor, or if you're outside you can lay them on the grass and just lay out your little baggies any way you want to. Alright, and there's your baggies. Now here's the fun part. And these are scents that you're probably familiar with. So I'm just going to pick up this baggie first right in front of me. I'm going to open it carefully. Be sure not to turn it upside down. And we're going to just, ooh, see, I didn't stick my nose in it. I just took a little sniff and waved my hand. Ooh, I think I know what that smell is, but I'm going to put it right back in front of me, and I'm going to smell another one and see if I can find one that matches. Here's another one. think that one smells different. So I'm going to put it back in its spot. It's kind of playing like the memory game. I'm going to smell another one. Ooh, that's getting close. That one's a little tricky. Let's see if I can find one. I think this one might smell the same as my first one. Ooh, let me give it another little sniff. I think I found a match. And boys and girls, try not to look. But at the end, if you want to make sure that you found the right scents, well, I have numbers on them. And you can match up the numbers to see if you're correct. But try not to look the first time because it's so much fun just to give a little sniff and try to match them up. But try to find the pairs and put them together. And that's our pheromone activity. EcoRangers, we have a little packet of songs in your basket for you to follow along with us. And I thought we'd wrap up today with a cute little song about a bee. I bet you know the tune is the wheels on the bus, but we're going to call it the Little Striped Bee. Are you ready? Sing along with me. The little striped bee goes buzz, 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 buzz. The little striped bee goes buzz, 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 all through the flowers. She sips all the nectar, sip, 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 sip. Sip, 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 she sips all the nectar, sip, 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 all through the flowers. She spreads all the pollen, poof, 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 poof. She spreads all the pollen, poof, 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 all through the flowers. She fans all the honey, flap, 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 flap. She fans all the honey, flap, 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 all through the hive. She eats all the honey, yum, 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 yum. She eats a little honey, yum, yum, yum. Bees are garden helpers. EcoRangers, I'm so glad you were with us today. I hope you learned a little bit about bees being garden helpers. And I know bees sometimes are a little scary to us, but if we keep our distance and let the bees do their work, they are wonderful garden helpers. Now, I have a little bit of a challenge for you today. In your basket, you have a pair of binoculars. You can put them around your neck and then go with your adult outside, but at a safe distance, remember, because we don't want to disturb our sweet little bees that are doing their work. And you can search for bees. You can even make a count. And maybe on a piece of paper, you could draw a picture of a bee and keep a tally of how many bees you see outside. Remember, we like our bees because they are great garden helpers. See you later.